itself was really very venturesome and exciting, because this is the heart where I had to come and work it out. And at this stage, when we see so many of you who are the cells of this heart, who are awakened, who are so united, who know each other, who understand each other, work together, pump the blood of love, is really the most happiness giving, you can say joy giving, or the greatest fulfillment of my desire. I see you here working like small children, playing about, joyous, happy, giggling, helping each other, learning how to be one with each other. I really feel the blessings of God has come down on this earth. You know that heart is the most important organ in the personality of the universe. And the human beings have to become aware of that point, who live here. That we have to live together, work together. If in the heart, even if there is one muscle who tries to stand out, it can create immediate instant death. Instant death. So all of you who are awakened have a very, very special responsibility. Now I have noticed there are two types of people, as we know that, left-sided and right-sided, and the third type which are the combination of both, and the fourth type who are in the center. We have to belong to the fourth type. And here one sees how on the physical level we combine both the things. One side is too much organizing and too much of thinking. Another side is lethargic, laziness. All these things are there. The net result of both is that you cannot produce any results. If you plan too much, if you think too much, you end up with it. You are so fagged out to do anything. And the left-sided never get up to do it. So ultimate result is that you achieve nothing, even on the physical, the material, the mundane type, day-to-day life. So when you are in the center, you witness. You start witnessing. When you steady yourself in the center, because some people are such that they start on the left, go to the right, they become so ego-oriented that it's impossible to deal with them. But if you stay in the center, that's the fourth side, is staying in the center. Turiya is the fourth dimension. If you could stay on that, then you become a witness. And that's the point where you start sucking the joy of every moment, of every doing, of every work, of every friendship, of every relationship, of every understanding. You will see some people who will be here will develop tremendous respect and friendship with others, because they'll discover a lot of qualities, lot of talents, lot of beauties in other people. There's no other way we can find out. I think this is the greatest way one could provide, is to work together and to understand each other, appreciate each other's work. And this will help us again to work out Sahaja Yoga together. It was like a festival throughout, I felt, about the whole place. I felt so blessed with so many children helping me here. The work doing is not so important as yourself studying in the center. That's the main point. It's not what work you do, what work you furnish. That's not so important. It's the steadiness within you with which you do the job or whatever you do. It's the enjoyment of sharing with each other is the main point. It's the training. It's the training here. I hope we'll have another chance again sometimes. Maybe in India when we build our ashrams, or maybe in England when we build our ashram here. I hope so. Then we'll have again the same opportunity to work together for joy's sake, not for anything, just for joy, for your steadiness, to be steady in the center, to put the attention in the center. Without studying it, you cannot ascend. Everybody seems to have gained, I felt. When I saw them, they are much better off. So we have to give up our misidentifications with our previous styles of life, previous type of living, previous type of executing any work. And we have to understand that we are not to plan. This house is built for me. I am the power behind the whole universe. So you don't have to plan. You just start off. But once you start planning, then you depend on yourself, which is a very limited thing. You just start planning and you are left behind. You just get to it. When you start thinking of any problems and all that, then you are lacking behind. Just start off and everything will come forward. You'll find everything. It will be all there just before you, before your eyes. Like the other day they said we don't find a wood we need very much of a particular thickness. And they were trying to sort of reduce the thickness by rubbing it with some very, very harsh type of noisy stuff, which nobody could bear. So I just said, what kind of a thing you want? See ahead of you. And just in front of them was lying that same type of wood that they were. Just ahead of them. It was just there. You see how it's happening. What's working out? Is the Hanumana who works out many things for you. Is the Gauri who is to be adored. And it's the duty of Hanumana to help you out. He plays tricks with you. Always. He is the one who makes you think, he makes you plan, he makes you everything and then topples you down. See, that is his style. Always. And he has made good with so many people like that. See that he made them think, plan, and ultimately they find all plans fail. So if you are too organized, you'll never enjoy. You have to enjoy each other's company. You have to enjoy all the little things there are. If there is everything perfect or absolutely sort of a machine-like, then you go on tuck, finished. There's no enjoyment. You have to lose your way somewhere. You have to find something out. You have to go about. You have to ask someone. Like making mistakes also is important. Sometimes if you make mistakes, like somebody make mistake by putting the thing in an angular way, say a decoration in an angular way. And it turned out to be a very beautiful thing, you see. So making mistakes is also good. This is what I'm trying to show to all of you. By mistake also, if you are driven to some place, you might find something great. So our time is never wasted. Wherever we are, we are never lost. We are never lost for anything. Time stops for us. So once you understand that we are not to worry about these things which the people worry. We are not to worry about things for which people just give their lives. We are here for joy. And joy will come to us, whatever it is. So we should seek joy, happiness, friendship. And this is a very, very good opportunity. Luckily, the builder ran away. I was very happy. I wanted to have this opportunity, some opportunity where all of us could get together and work together and have some nice time together. It was really very enjoyable. I enjoyed it thoroughly and I hope we'll have more chances to do that. But the more you are in collectivity and in witnessing state, the better it could be always for you in your other life, other things also. Because you are realized souls, you are saints, you are different people from others. You have the help of the gods. All the angels are helping you. Everybody is helping you. But when you depend too much on your understanding, on your planning, then you go on. Then you can never enjoy the planning of God, the help of God, the complete drama. You suddenly find, oh, God is there, all done for us. How beautifully it is done, how things working out. It's very interesting. This house is a very, very old house, see? And even if such an old house can be made so beautiful, then what about human beings? Can all become very beautiful, glorified, and very active in Sahaja Yoga. Very active. The whole thing is the experiencing of the joy of recreating something that is already ruined. Whatever God has created, human beings as such, is all in a mess. I feel human beings are in a mess. And they are to be recreated, they are to be improved, they are to be brought down. For that, who is going to work it? Is you. You are the one who have to do. I can create houses after this. I can create universes, as you know that. But I have to use you. You are the channel. Without you, I just can't do it. And that's why you have to be very, very alert and attentive as to how you go about. Now today is the first is for the housewarming ceremony, and another is the birth of Christ. I won't be here. I'll be in India. We celebrate in India birth of Christ. Actually, it should be more celebrated here than in India, but somehow or other you always have snowy Christmas, which was not there. At the time of Christ, when he was born, there was no snow, you see. But in England, it's a special blessing that you have snowy Christmas. And this time, I hope you'll enjoy, all of you, a nice Christmas of great warmth and love among yourselves. Christ came on this earth with a very, very great message for all of us. And he's done so much. You can see that without his awakening, we cannot get realization. We have to pass through him. He has made this place. To create the Agya Chakra in that beautiful way and to keep it alive and to give enlightenment is a very difficult thing. It's a very funny plug into which we have placed him. Because of the modern style of life, people become against Christ. It develops your ego, it goes against Christ. If you develop your superego, of course it goes against your Christ, against Christ. So both the things, ego or superego, both the things are to be looked after by one person. Both contrasting things are to be looked after by one person. It's too much. And these both things, those both problems we have. So then when we are born on this earth, we are born in innocence, which is also so rare because of the way we live, the way the fashion is, you can say, the way the ideas are. But you all have to be against it, absolutely against it. Collectively, if you oppose these ideas, you'll stand for Christ. You must write to all the churches, all the people. What have you done? What have we done to our people? Where is the morality behind it? There's no morality. People are so immoral. How can they become saintly? This is not the way to have just church buildings and run the Soho land for the church. Church is owning the Soho land. Can you imagine? All these things you must oppose, and you should say, we would like to know why. Why should you? When Christ said that thou shalt not have adulterous eyes, what about the chastity part of it? When are going to look after? All the Christian nations are just the opposite of Christ's principles. And so you all have to prepare yourself, talk about it. So there should be no more silence. There should be no more silence. Public opinion is a very, very big thing in the modern times. That's the very, very big thing we have got. And silence is to be abhorred, absolutely. Because people who are doing wrong have a conspiracy of silence. They conspire, and then they keep silent. All right, doesn't matter. Democracy, as far as Chile is concerned, all right. But as far as Argentina is concerned, will be this way. It's like that. See, they keep a silent mouth. Whatever is not bad for us is good. That's how. And then don't say anything, don't say anything. Sahaja Yogis have to be extremely bold and extremely outspoken. And they have to say that this is all wrong, absurd. It is not for us. Not that they are uncomfortable, but it's against life, against Christ, against our emancipation, and this has to be given up. And today you must vow that now, as your house is settled down, your backbone is strengthened, you have to take a vow that you will stand for Christ and for his great models and for the great things he said that we have to be. And we have to tell people, what are you doing? This is wrong. You cannot do it. They are more vocal when it comes to something degrading, like drinking. If you don't drink, they'll say, why don't you drink? They will force you. Why don't you drink? You must drink. You must have this. But when it comes to morality, nobody dares say anything. We don't discuss religion. Very good. This is the silent conspiracy. We don't discuss religion. Because if we discuss, we are not religious. So people have to speak about it. All of you have to speak. Then only your left Vishuddhi will be all right. Now the only guilt that will be working in the Sahajogis will be that for Sahajoga we are not doing anything. You must speak. You must talk about it. You must give realization. Move your hands, move your legs. You have to walk across for God's work. Even if you have to beg, you have to do that. This is God's work. And one has to do that, God's work, with all dedication, with all surrendering, and with all love and enjoyment. So, may God bless you all. I'm very happy. CP is very much thankful to you, and he also wants to say a few words to you. He might come after the puja. He said, I would like to address to them. He's so surprised, and he said, these are really transformed people. I can see they are transformed. They are not normal human beings. You see, the experience is so it's nice to get a certificate from a person who has not seen surgery. He said, I see now. I had seen them before. Especially he saw Marcus long time back, and today Marcus, he says, is so different. Everybody seems to be so much changed and so much different that I'm amazed how human beings can be transformed. He says it's visible from their faces, how they are happy with each other, how they are satisfied, how they are kind to each other and all that. And he's very much surprised how they are so friendly and how they are so generous and all that. He was really surprised. And how they laugh and enjoy. He was really surprised. He told me that. At least 10 times he has told me that. Really it surprises me how you could transform these people into such beautiful things. So it's really a big certificate, I think, from him, because he normally doesn't give certificates like that. So I was really very much enamored, and just to make your mother very happy, he's bought 2 saris for me today, which you will see later on. He's bought 2 gold things for me, just to say, glorify the mother of Sumaneeshwar. May God bless. The wise men brought present for Christ's mother. You see, in the same way I felt today, the way he brought saris for me and gold for me and all that, to not for the anything of his personal, but in the way he saw that Sahajoga has worked out. It's really surprising. So may God bless you. This one is made by some Indians and it's very good. It is made by hand. You see, that's what is wrong, I found out. It's all made by hand. Because if it is not made by hand, you'll find those joints, you see, somewhere. There are no joints in there. So they have made, of course, 2 different things, but then they have tried to molds. These are molds, and then they have put it together. Or ceramic. All right, so should we have the puja now?